Hey everyone, Oisty T here from Good Evening AOC, and I'm here to talk to you about the patch 4.57 notes that has released today. So patch 4.57 is bringing several changes to the raids that are available in patch 4.5, such as the Omega, Alpha and Delta Scape, as well as, no, not Omega, it's a Sigma Scape, Alpha Scape, Delta Scape, sorry, complete brain moment there, as well as the Orbod Monastery. It's also got several changes to Eureka Pagos, which is going to help with actually leveling and getting the gear from there, as well as the big feature, which is the world visit. So just going to go through. So one of the little things that has been brought out in this patch is the fact that if you've taken on the quest Legacy of Alag, which is what you need to complete in order to get to Crystal Tower raids, they are saying to now abandon that, re-accept it, because it's much easier to go through. You don't have to go through all the fates anymore. Much easier for us to go through. If you're on Ether or Primal, the auto demolition of housing has started. Please go to the load zone to check on that if you are on either of those servers. The extreme version of Sivu, Reef of Snakes, has been moved from the Raid Finder to the Duty Finder. AlphaScape Crystalloids, which you can get from AlphaScape V4, the restriction on them has been removed, so it has went from needing 7 to 4 in order to get your 390 weapon. Now you can get those 4 Crystalloids in one day if you really want to. In Deltascape and Omegascape, Sigmascape Savage, sorry, keep on saying Omegascape, Deltascape, Sigmascape Savage, the Echo is on 20% now, that's been increased, as well as in Alphascape, the Savage Echo has been increased to 15%, so that has actually been increased as opposed to just being added. I think the reason I've had this brain moment is the fact that I have recorded this once, completely forgot on OBS to turn my mic on, so it's my second time of going through it. Orbod Monastery, the weekly restrictions on both the gear that you can get from the coffers as well as on the mull underused coins has been removed, and that means that Skaven Esther, which is what you can use to get the 390 to 400 weapon, that is now available if you give them a Ravenaston, a Guggen and a mull underused coin. So just much easier to get the level 400 weapon now. In Pagos, so in Eureka Pagos, the amount of ether gained from Notorious Monsters is increased. So the ether is what you need to get the light crystals in order to get the next stages of the weapon. You need 5, 10 and then 16. The probability of obtaining the ether, as well as the amount gained from defeating things like the Frozen Void Dragon, so the level 40 enemies, has been increased. That's probably going to mean that the easiest way of getting the light now is through the Dragon Farm, as well as the chance of getting the ballroom etiquette, insufficient petticoats from a Cold War block box has also been improved. Season 13 of Feasters starting. Abe's attire and High Summoner's attire now get a set bonus. And the world visit. Now there is lots of details on the world visit system guide, which is here. You can actually go and view that. I'm not going to go into a great amount of detail in terms of that because it's not going to be something that I'm going to use extensively. So if you do want to look into that, there is a guide on the Lodestone, and I'm sure other content creators such as Mr. Happy and Mioni Work to Game, they will put out more in-depth versions of the world visit system guide as they go on. I'm just here to quickly go through the patch notes. So if you want to go to another world, go to Limsa, Laminza, New Gridania, Uldar, basically the 3 starting cities, and when you go to the main Aetheryte, visit another world server is the option you need to pick. You can go to any of the ones on your data center. So for example, myself, I'm on Louisoix, so it's really nice that the screenshot is using Louisoix as like an example, as my data center as an example. So I can go to Ragnarok, Omega, Cerberus or Moogle, can't go to any other ones. Can take a few minutes to go through, depending on how busy the world transfer service is, depending on how many people are on the world. You can't use Duty Finder while you're waiting for it, and you can't move to another area while waiting. And it does have a lovely little screen pop up that does come up to show that you are ready. You've got the icons to show when you're on your home world, when you're on a visiting world. So you've got a nice little house there for your home world, or basically a hobo as the icon if you're traveling to another world. Lots of restrictions. The main ones are, in fact, most of them are main ones, so I'll just go through them. You can't use legendary or unspoiled gathering nodes. You can't summon higher or release retainers. You can't put up things up for sale on the market board, but you can still purchase them. That means that if you can find a way of finding out what prices things are on different worlds. You can go to a world where the prices are low, buy them, take them home, put them on if they're high, or just if you need them, you can buy them in bulk on a lower price than what they are on your world. In-call save venture can only be gotten from your home world in Gridania, Limsa, or Uldar. Free companies cannot be formed or joined. You can't view the information, but you will still be able to see when people log in, and company credits cannot be earned. Link shells, despite there being cross-server link shells, we cannot use them to send or receive messages if you're on a different world. You can't view the information, and they can't be created or joined. Estates and apartments cannot be purchased. Resident sharing is unavailable. Bird in the Hand quest can only be accepted from your home world. Ceremonies of Eternal Bond are unavailable. Bond and quests are unavailable. However, it also means that you can't go to other people's ceremonies either, which I think's one of the things they are saying they are wanting to change quite quickly, because that's something that I can see people wanting to use as a major issue of World Visit, or major use of World Visit. Gold Saucer, Lord of Dominion, and Triple Triad tournaments can't be entered. You can't buy Hackpot tickets. You can't save your results to the Deep Dungeon leaderboard. Moogle delivery service is unavailable, but you will receive a notification to say when a letter has arrived. Eternity Rings and Aetheryte Pendulums can only be used for teleports if both players are on the same world. You can only teleport to a friend's estate when you're on their home world. And bonuses for new worlds and preferred worlds do not apply. If you're on a different world, the at-home world will be displayed after your name. North American data centers have been updated. There's now 3. More detail is available on the North American Lodestone. And again, the people that play on the North American servers will probably give out more information about that. And the server backup function is now officially available. So if you are a PC player and you're getting a new PC, instead of having to reset up all of your settings, you can save them to the Final Fantasy XIV server and then download them again once you've got that new PC. PS4, if you're upgrading from PS4 to PS4 Pro, if you may be putting an SSD in preparation for Shadowbringers, they can be downloaded onto the server and then put back onto your PS4, just so that you're not having to set them all up again. The only other thing that they're doing in the meantime before we get to Shadowbringers is the stress test on the outdoor fates. So they are going to put a announcement out data center wide to say that a horse outside, which is the Ixion fate available in the locks, has been spawned. They're going to spawn it themselves. They're not going to tell us the exact location and time. They're just going to say that it has spawned. And then they're wanting people from different worlds to go to that world, go and stress test the servers, see how the servers are able to handle all of the characters, all the effects, everything like that in preparation for Shadowbringers, so that when Shadowbringers launches, we aren't going to get any 12, 24, 36 hours worth of maintenance because servers and areas have crashed. And that's it for 4.57. There's going to be a 4.58, probably around mid-May, which will probably be around about the same time as the job balance information and the new job skills are released. However, that's kind of it for Stormblood as an expansion. There's nothing really going to be changed in 4.58. It'll probably just be a nerf to Eureka, Pyros and Hydatos, maybe a bit of a better echo in Alphascape, but there's not really going to be much change in Stormblood going forward. So we're kind of at the end point of Stormblood as an expansion, and we're now ready for Shadowbringers. So everything that now happens will be to help players catch up and be ready for Shadowbringers. So that's it from me. Thanks to you for listening and watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe in the comments below, as well as look out for all of our future content, getting us ready for Shadowbringers. Bye for now.